Thank you for viewing this webinar on filtering in Geneticist Assistant. We'll cover creating filter settings, saving filter templates, and applying the filters. We'll use the sample variant data table on the Sample tab as the example for creating filters. A similar process can also be used for filtering on other tables. To open the filtering pane, go to the Filters menu and select the data that is to be filtered. In this case, Samples Variance. The Table Filters pane opens on the right side. This pane shows all of the columns currently displayed in the Sample Variant Data table, which are all available to add as filters. If you don't see a field that you'd like to use for filtering here, you can add the column to the table by right-clicking anywhere in the table and choosing Load Columns, then Manually. In the Select Columns dialog that opens, select any field to add to the table. Click OK to update both the Variant table and the Table Filters pane. To add a filter, click and drag the field from the left side of the filter pane to the right side of the filter pane. A dialog opens where you can set the filter requirements. Enter the value for filtering, and then click OK to apply the filter. When adding additional fields for filtering, you can combine the fields on an AND or basis. To add the next field as an AND filter, requiring both filters are met, drag and drop the second field so that your cursor is directly on top of the existing filter. To add the next field as an OR filter, so that either one of the filters can be met, drag and drop the second field anywhere else on the right side of the filter pane. Note that when the second field is added as an AND filter, the second filter is indented under the first filter. When the second field is added as an OR filter, both filters are shown on the same level. The Gene field includes two specialized options. First, you can load multiple genes at once by loading a text file with the genes listed. The format is to list each gene on a new line in the text file. Second is an option for selecting genes based on matching phenotypes according to the Human Phenotype Ontology database. You can type in a phenotype, and as you type, matching phenotypes are shown in a drop-down list that updates dynamically as you type. After the phenotype is entered, the value field is automatically populated with the list of genes matching the phenotype. Once all of the filter fields have been added, you can save a template for the filters by clicking Save Filters and then entering a name for the filter template. Saved filter templates can be loaded by clicking the Load Filters button, then selecting the template, or by right-clicking anywhere in the table and choosing Load Filter and then selecting the template. When a filter is loaded, the Highlight option can be used to highlight variants meeting the filter requirements while maintaining all variants in the display. Clicking Clear removes the filtering and clears the display in the Table Filters pane. The On/Off button can be used to toggle filtering on and off. In this case, the display in the Table Filters pane is maintained. Note that any time filters are applied, the heading at the top of the table indicates the name of the filter template used. If filters are added without using a saved template, then the heading simply shows Filters Applied. You can also apply filters for a sample variant table when opening a sample from the Run tab by right-clicking on the sample name, choosing Open With, and then selecting the filter template. This can also be done when selecting multiple samples to open each sample with the selected filter template. Filters can also be applied automatically when saving batch variance reports. You can save batch variance reports for all samples in a run or runs from the Runs tab, or for selected samples on the Run tab. In both cases, this function is accessed by right-clicking, selecting Export, and then selecting Create Batch Variance Report. The Batch Variance Reports dialog includes a filter field where you can select any saved filter template from the drop-down menu. Thank you for viewing this webinar on filtering in Geneticist Assistant. We've discussed setting up filter parameters, saving the filters to a template, and a few options for applying the filters. If you have any questions, please contact us at tech_support@softgenetics.com.